Hi, it's Jane Orlov, and while my webinar is converting, I decided to make this video because what I want to talk to you about is the technology and network marketing in general. When I see people, they don't understand, like, first of all, when I was doing the research about the industry, about the companies, about everything, I listened to maybe several months of webinars, just listening, absorbing the information. I couldn't pick out what the pieces of the puzzle, how it all works together, but I saw that there's two different, how would you say, it's pictures. One is old, established, how you would invite somebody to presentation and they would come into the hotel meeting, or they would come into a home party and they would look at your business, right? So to get the information. Now there's this technology with the internet age. There's new cool young kids that figured out how to use the technology and put the information in front of a big amount of people, and they grew their organizations hugely. So there are disadvantages and advantages to both of them. One is more personal connection. You build connection, relationship with people. The other one is kind of you don't know who to trust online. So I want to cover both aspects a little bit. When I started, I looked at what Ray Higdon was doing. He was basically videotaping a lot of what he was sharing with everybody. What I noticed is because people, when they see somebody on video, they build trust, they build, like, they know the person, right? So video marketing is very important. So but I want to cover, it's like a game, you know, and people who figured out the game, they make money. Okay, so I see a lot of people, like, for example, this was my first webinar that I did myself, that I set up, that I went to go to webinar, and I opened the free 30-day trial, and I just ran a webinar with a guest who was featured on Oprah and opened for Tony Robbins and Dr. Deepak Chopra, right? So she is very well-known person, and she has a huge she's one of the top earners in several different companies before she joined my company. But it's not the point. I'm saying is that people who have success, who've been in the industry long, but they don't know technology. So these young guys and girls come in, like myself, right? So I don't have experience speaking on with Tony Robbins, for example, right? I don't have great skills doing the presentation like she does, even though I'm learning. But what I'm saying is that you can find people who have great skills but don't have technology skills, and you bring to the table your technology skills, and you can host a webinar for them, record their presentation, like what I just did. She did an awesome presentation. I basically recorded it. It's gonna convert, and we're gonna upload it to the YouTube channel for other people who missed the webinar, who missed the live webinar. But what I'm saying is that nowadays you don't have to, like in my previous company, I was with a team. They liked live presentations. They liked bringing everybody to the hotel. And what a lot of stay-at-home moms didn't want to join my team, because they said, well, you're at the meetings all the time. You go to these meetings and this. What I'm saying is it's not leveraged, right? So you go to the meeting, you spend the time, then you're done. Here to the webinar, you can invite somebody who can have a headset. Here's my headset. I just put it on like this. That's it. I'm sitting in front of the computer. But when you're hiding behind the computer, people do not trust you. So that's why I'm doing a lot of videos and uploading them, so that people know me as a person. And but what I'm saying is that I see a lot of people who play video games, like teenagers. They have so much time. Like I did this training for webinars. I didn't know where to click, so the guy who works at the webinar place, he he knows like all the technology stuff, but they don't see a way as network marketing to build their income. So I see two different people who know how to communicate with people but don't know the technology, how to leverage it, and then the other way, people who know the technology but don't know they don't see the big picture of network marketing to make the income. So you can team up with people and make a huge team, everybody bringing their best skills to the table. And what else? And people who see network marketing as a bad thing, it's changing now. I mean, now with the technology, you don't. Again, it's yes, you have to bring value. Yes, you have. Forget it. I'm not gonna cover it. It's a different topic. So I think that's it. That's what I wanted to share. Oh, I wanted to share how I started. Mark Hoverson did a video where he was basically holding couch cushions, and he was holding it like in front of the computer. I'm gonna grab one, and he was like having several cushions like that, and he was speaking into the microphone so that his voice sounds professional, but he actually did it with a old dingy computer that didn't work. So what I'm saying is that you can make, if you don't have the money to use the technology, like this GoToMeeting, GoToWebinar software costs $100 per month, but they give free trial. So if you team up with different people and do a lot of webinars for a team, it pays off. And now you can do Google Hangouts, even free, and you can actually not just do the screen share, you can see people, up to 10 people streaming live, so people get to know and trust you. So I mean, I don't know, my first webinar I want to share, my first webinar was with Brandy. We did a couple of months ago when I first finally got the kick in the butt, and Mark Hoverson said, go create your information product. So we did with Brandy, and she was hosting the webinar last time, but it was her first webinar, and we were shaking like cliffs. We were like crazy hours. We were so sweaty, we didn't know what to say on the presentation. But now I did it for the second time. Even though it was my first time hosting it, I'm more comfortable with where to click, when to click to record the webinar and all of that. But the presentation part was actually done by Angie, my host, my guest, and she does an awesome job presenting, so I felt more comfortable. So again, I mean, everything is available nowadays. Just start. And I was procrastinating. And what I love about Angie, what she taught me is that, you know, you drive in a car, you get a three-way call with the prospects. You just grab the phone and talk to them. Before, I would set a special time for to set up a three-way call, and then something would come up, so I would delay it, reschedule it, and move it further away. So now it's just, oh, you know, I'm not prepared. Just say, oh, sorry, I mean, it's just, you just go with the flow. I hope it helps. Thank you. It has been Jane Orlov from JaneOrlov.com.